Dear students, let us discuss Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics. So, before we start with the Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics, let us discuss what are the learning outcomes of today's lecture. So, after watching the video, you will be able to understand meaning of pharmaceutical ethics. You will be able to summarize the Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics and explain various codes for pharmaceutical ethics. So first of all, let us try to understand what do we mean by ethics. Ethics word is related to moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. So in other words, ethics is science of morality. Ethics is a science of morality. Because of ethics, we can decide what is right and what is wrong. What is right and what is wrong. Let's understand what is basic difference between law and ethics. Laws, rules binding to all in state or nation, while ethics are regulated by the profession or profession regulates the ethics and they sets different standards. If law are broken, then punishment can be done, fine or imprisonment can be done. But in case of ethics, the violator lose professional privileges. Law may prevent from causing injury to other, but law cannot force to help other. So causing injury is prevented by law, but no one can be forced to help others. But helping is the ethical function. So helping comes under the ethics, morals. Another example, selling of misbranded or adulterated drug or the low quality drug is prevented by law. Law prevents you to sell misbranded or adulterated drugs. But selling medicines at cheaper rates than the fellow pharmacist in his area is not ethical. It's not prevented. It cannot be prevented by law, but it's not an ethical. Now, pharmacy profession is very noble profession and there is an attitude of service. Pharmacy profession is to serve humankind. It looks after the health of the people. There is a responsibility on a shoulder of pharmacist to safeguard the health of the people. Even Acharya Charak said in ancient times that even if your own life be in a danger, you should not betray or neglect the interest of your patients. Pharmaceutical ethics are ethics or morals in relation to pharmacy profession. And the Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics is formulated by Pharmacy Council of India for the guidance of Indian pharmacists. Similarly, different country has their own code of ethics for pharmacy field. In India, it is formulated by Pharmacy Council of India. Now, as per the PCI, Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics for pharmacists are there. So, how pharmacist should conduct in relation to his job, in relation to his trade, in relation to his own profession, that is pharmacy profession, and in relation to medical profession. So one by one, we will discuss how pharmacist should conduct all his functions. So let us start with the job. Before we start with the job or a job of pharmacist, I request you to pause the video and make a list that what can be the ethics or how to conduct for the pharmacist in relation to his job. Once you finish with the list, then again play the video and watch the next part. So in relation to his job, the code of ethics are divided into several parts like scope of pharmaceutical services, conduct of pharmacy, handling of prescriptions, handling of drugs, apprentice pharmacist. So one by one we will discuss how to conduct. With respect to scope of pharmaceutical services, so pharmacist should always provide reasonably comprehensive service at pharmacy. Here pharmacy means pharmacy store or drug store or medical store. Pharmacists should always supply commonly required medicine without any undue delay. Pharmacists should be willingly involved to furnish emergency supplies at all times whenever required. Conduct of pharmacy means while working in a pharmacy, he should always avoid the risks or errors or accidental contamination in the preparation, dispensing and supply of medicine. Here I have used the word preparation, dispensing and supply of medicine. See, in most of the pharmacy, medicines are supplied. But in a dispensing pharmacy, pharmacist needs to prepare the medicine. He needs to prepare like some solutions, some suspensions, and then it is to be given to the patients, like in a hospital pharmacy. So in that cases, pharmacists should take care to avoid any kind of contamination, because whatever medicine he is preparing, that is dealing with the health of the patients. The appearance of premises should reflect the professional character of the pharmacy. Appearance of the working area, it should be neat and clean, and it should be well organized, so that reflects the pharmaceutical professional character. The location of pharmacy, it should be clear to the public that here the practice of pharmacy is carried out. So there should be some identity like signs, notices, descriptions, some stationery related and some related indications should always be there, so that common public can identify that this is the place where I will get the medicines. Now, how to handle this prescription? This is very, very important criteria for pharmacist. He should never comment on merits or demerits of therapeutics. Means when patient or his relative comes to pharmacy with the prescription. So while receiving prescription, by looking at the prescription, pharmacist should never discuss or never comment that this therapeutics is good for you and this therapeutic is bad for you. No, unnecessary comments are not required. He should not give any kind of expressions which create doubt or anxiety in the mind of patient or his relatives. If something is asked to the pharmacist, then he should answer with caution and care. Without the permission of prescriber, if it is prescribed by physician, then without the permission of the physician, pharmacist himself should not change any ingredient or composition. Here it is to be understood that if same ingredients are there, same composition is there, then if allowed, then pharmacist may change the brand of the medicine. He may give different brand. But if composition is different, then without asking, without the permission of prescriber, he should not change himself. If pharmacist finds any error in a prescription, then he should refer back to the prescriber and try to rectify the error in the prescription. He should never hamper the reputation of prescriber, and he should not create any bad impression of the prescriber in the mind of patient and his relatives. He should always advise guided by instructions of the prescriber. While handling of the drugs, care should be taken that the dispensing of correct drugs as per the prescription take place. He should always use standard quality preparation. While dealing with the drugs or medicines which may cause addiction, he should be judicious. Means he should verify the prescription as the drugs are addiction causing. Now, apprentice pharmacist. Apprentice pharmacists are the pharmacists which are taking training under the pharmacist. So, pharmacists should take care the trainees are given full facilities. Why the full facility is required? So that learning pharmacists or the apprentice pharmacists get these required skills and knowledge under the guidance. Unless and until apprentice pharmacists have sufficient skills, certificates should not be given about the technique acquired. Now, second part of code of ethics is pharmacist in relation to his trade. So, what points are discussed to be discussed here is price structure, fair trade practices, purchase of drug, hawking of drugs, and advertisement and display of the drugs. So, let's discuss one by one, starting with the price structure. So, always pharmacists should charge the prices which are fair with the quality and quantity of the medicine supplied, and whatever labor work and skills are involved in the preparation of the medicine. Along with that, he should take care that sufficient remuneration to the pharmacist is given because of his knowledge, skill, and time consumed and its great responsibility. Now, fair trade practices. Pharmacists should never attempt to capture the business of a fellow pharmacist. If by mistake someone brings a prescription which is genuinely to be filled by the other pharmacy, then he should guide or direct the customer to the right place. Pharmacists should never copy, never imitate the labels, trademarks, signs, symbols of contemporaries. Purchase of drugs. Pharmacists should always purchase drugs or medicines from genuine and reputable sources. A pharmacist should never support or not involved in the manufacture, possession, distribution, and sale of spurious and substandard drugs. Hawking of drugs is highly to be discouraged. Hawking of drugs should never be encouraged like other goods, for example, vegetables, fruits, etc. Because here are the drugs, medicines, they are directly dealing with the health of the public. And if hawking is allowed, then there will be a chances of self-medication. So people will start taking medicine without the supervision or without the guidance of the specialized person. So this should be discouraged. Now, advertising and displays. So pharmacists should no display. There should not be display which is undignified in style, or if display contains reflecting unfavorably upon any group or individual. Means it reflects that the pharmacy or pharmacist belongs to so and so group. It should not be misleading and exaggerated statements or claims to be avoided. It should never guarantee the therapeutic efficacy. It should never guarantee the therapeutic efficacy. It should not appeal to fear. There should not be any offer to refund the money paid, or there should not be any reference to sexual weaknesses. Now, pharmacist in relation to his profession, pharmacist to be law abiding and to make others also fulfill the provision. Means pharmacist should always uh, follow the law, follow the rules, and he should always make others to fulfill the provisions. He should never afraid of bringing or causing the miscreant to be brought to a book. He should always extend the help and cooperation to a fellow member in a legitimate needs. He should be vigilant to weed the undesirable out of the profession. He should have the knowledge of food, drug, pharmacy, health, sanitation, and he should be involved in a relationship with the professional organizations. Now, pharmacist in relation to medical profession. Under no circumstances, pharmacist should take medical practice. Pharmacist should never take medical practice. Another terminology is known as clandestine arrangements. Now, what is clandestine arrangements? Pharmacist should never enter into any secret arrangements or contract with a physician, that if physician will prescribe so and so medicine from his pharmacy, then he will be giving some kind of commission or some monetary benefits to the physician. So pharmacists should never involved in clandestine arrangements. Pharmacist should be in a liaison with the public. He should always be keep updated himself with the modern developments in the science, technology in his own field, because he can advise the physician in a pharmaceutical matters. He can educate the people for maintaining healthy and sanitary conditions of living. Now, this is pharmacist oath. This is again to be swear by all the pharmacists, all the Indian pharmacists. I am not reading each and every line, but this is the pharmacist oath. So this was about Code of Pharmaceutical Ethics. Next time we will again discuss with some more interesting topic. Thank you for watching the video. You can contact me in a given address.